I was born and raised in the church. I'd been in church my entire life. I was a consultant, and I was building this little kingdom of my career, my reputation, my name, and I was not going to stop at anything to do that. To succeed, I had to not only bend all of my boundaries, but I had to break through a lot of them. It really boiled over at the end of last year. I was just controlled by my career, and I was just angry. I was angry with everything, and I lashed out at my wife in this really major way. I told her I wanted out of our marriage. I was just ready to be done with it all. I grabbed my gun, headed out to my truck, and I just knew I didn't want to be in this place anymore. Didn't want to feel this way anymore. My wife, in all of her strength and grace, stopped me, and she had me spell out all of the things that I was angry with her about. And I realized that I was just angry with myself, and I was angry with God for where I was, and I was taking it out on her and everybody else around me. One Sunday, Pastor Rob started a series on asking hard questions, and as soon as the QR code went up, I scanned it real quick, and I just started firing off this question. In that was, does my rejection of the personification of God impact my salvation? Pastor Rob responded to it.
So man, I would encourage you, if you're struggling with this, man, seek the person of Jesus with your whole heart and place your trust and faith in him.
It was just so clear. It was like having the opportunity to meet somebody who I'd always heard about but never had the chance to meet. I gave my life to Christ, got baptized a couple weeks after that. So I came out of that with this renewed spirit, and I came out holding up my boundaries strong where I wasn't before. A couple weeks after that, I was starting a new project with a new client, and I knew that that was going to be the last project that I started. I had no path going forward, no plan, very little savings, and I just gave all of our provision to him to see what he was going to do with it. I was applying to other jobs and just trying to see what God had. I was trying to spin up projects and products of my own and just putting stuff out there. Every door I tried to pry open, it was the things that used to work for me. And as I would try to pry those open and find money behind them, it was like God's hand was just leaning on top of them, saying, that's not what I have for you this time. But I didn't know what it was, and our bank account certainly didn't know what it was, and there was a lot of time in there that it was lean, it was real lean, but God would show up in the coolest ways. I had been interviewing with this company. Somebody reached out to me about the job, and they said, we're having a hard time finding somebody like you, and she said, we want to offer you this job. So God came through with that provision. After giving me other provision that entire time, a year ago, I was so afraid to let go of the strings of my kingdom, like I had built this whole thing up myself. And what I've found over the past year is every time I get to the very end of the road, I panic and I start to try to figure out how to lay more road, and God puts another brick down. To make that shift and to really give everything over to God, I had to step off of that throne and say, you're the king of all this. I give you all of this. He is a good king and a generous king. The only reason I'm here today is because of that.